Hola my little mixers. Hi my little mixers. In this video we're going to be making vegan bread, and yeah, let's get on to the video. Start off by adding 3/4 of a cup of lukewarm water. Make sure it's not too hot because we're going to be adding yeast into this and you do not want to kill the yeast. Put your lukewarm water into like a bigger bowl, and I don't even know why I put it in the mug in the first place, but I'm just smart. Okay, anyways, put it into the bigger bowl and then add 1 packet of instant yeast or fast rise yeast, and I used fast rise yeast. After you've given it a little mix, let your yeast bloom with your warm water by just setting it to the side for 10 minutes until there's bubbles that have formed. It's like 10 minutes later and there are bubbles, which is a good thing, and we like bubbles especially when we're working with the yeast. Woohoo! Add in 5 teaspoons of sugar and then 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, finally the moment we've all been waiting for. Mix it all up. Add 5 teaspoons of olive oil. And it's recommended that you use olive oil and not like vegetable oil or coconut oil and all that, because it gives more flavor. At this point you could also add like a pinch of herbs like garlic powder or something if you wanted, but I didn't. I just kept it like this. Okay, epic. So just mix it all up again.
To get away from your parents, you look so proud, standing there with a frown and a
Add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour plus about 1 to 3 more tablespoons. I don't know, it's just based on the texture of your flour, and make sure that you're not stupid and spill it all in like I usually do. Shocking, I didn't spill this time, at least not yet. Psych. There, I spilled a little. On 3, say it with me. Mix it all. Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3. Mix it all up. 10 out of 10 would not recommend using a whisk to stir your flour and your liquids when making bread. Not recommended. Just go for it. Use those hands and just mix it until it's not sticky, like knead it. You know, in the cinnamon roll video where I showed you guys how to knead like the flour and take like a piece and fold it back into the center. Take the side piece, fold it in the center, take the front piece, fold it in the center, take the other side piece, and then basically just fold every side to the center.
We were staying in Paris.
Put some plastic wrap over it and let it rise for an hour, but watch me struggle with putting the plastic wrap over it because I seriously have not learned that plastic on plastic doesn't stick. I'm thinking about doing a face reveal soon for those of you guys who don't know me, so just let me know down in the comments what you think of that. And also, here's my dog. Basically, your dough is supposed to rise to like double the size, but mine barely rose, which means that my yeast was dead, but honestly I just went with it because who wants to waste all of that? Yeah, so you're gonna want your dough to rise for about an hour and make sure that it is doubled in size, and don't make the same mistakes that I did and continue to make basically like every time I bake anything. Put some flour on a surface that you can use to roll out your dough and put some on your hands so that it doesn't stick. I've actually learned my lesson. Shocking, huh? Knead it for about 7 to 10 minutes and make sure that it's not sticky, and then when you touch it, it should like boing right back up.
I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, though. When it's over, I press rewind, talking bands.
Okay, but look how smooth that ball is. Like, I just want to punch it or something. I promise I don't have like anger issues or anything. It's just satisfying to poke things sometimes. Okay, so epic. We're gonna need to let it rise for another hour. Here is what it looks like before. Here we go again with the plastic wrap. That's lovely. This time it actually kind of got bigger, but my yeast was still definitely dead, which is why it's not doubled in size, and make sure that yours is doubled in size, otherwise it's not going to work properly. Flour your surface all over again, which I didn't do because I am extremely smart. Yes, that's the reason why. Okay, but look how fluffy that dough is, like it looks so good. Anyways, cut it into 3, how do you say that, triples? I don't know. cut it into 3 pieces and make sure that they're somewhat even.
She's got class and style.
Roll each piece of the dough into like a smooth ball, and yeah.
On the profile. Catching feelings is enough. Let me show you how it goes. Love's the word, spins the vibe. Lovers it could freak what you are.
Put a towel over these 3 balls and let them rise for yet again 15 minutes, not an hour, sorry, 15 minutes this time. Okay, so this is the part where we're slowly like starting to, you know, form our bread. You're gonna need to flatten out your dough, 1 ball of dough, only 1, set the other 2 to the side, but you're gonna need to flatten out 1. And I would recommend using a rolling pin, but I really don't like rolling pins, so I just use my hand. But I mean, a rolling pin would usually work. So yeah, just roll it into the shape that mine is gonna be. So this is what it looks like, and it's kind of like when we made the cinnamon rolls, except it's smaller. For what I'm gonna do next, it's kind of hard to explain in words, so I guess just watch what I'm doing.
No diggity, darling. I like the way you work it. No diggity, darling. I'm about to bang. 1738. No diggity, darling. I like the way you work it. I'm about to bag it up. No diggity, darling. I'm about to bag it up.
Put it in a greased bread pan thing. I don't know. I don't even know the measurements. I think it's like 9 by 5 or something. Don't quote me on that, but it's a bread pan. Basically do the same exact thing that you did for the first roll, for the first ball of dough to the other 2 balls of dough. Yeah.
We love falling deeper, drown ourselves in all that goes on. You say fear the reaper, I say bring him on. You probably
Flatten them down a tiny bit, and then you thought we were done, but nope, we are not. You gotta let it rise one final time, so put that plastic wrap all over it and let it rise for about an hour. And also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but it would be best if you let it rise in like the oven or somewhere warm with a warm temperature, and make sure that the oven is not heated, obviously. Like I mentioned earlier, like 30 billion times, I told you that my yeast was dead, so obviously it didn't rise as much, but it did rise a tiny bit. Make sure that yours is rised a lot, otherwise your yeast is dead. Stick it in your oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 22 minutes-ish. Just keep an eye on it. You can see that when it's done, it turns like slightly golden brown on the sides, and yeah, that means it's done. Let it cool in your pan and then dump it out where you want it, like cut it. See, looking back, like I don't even know why I did this. We literally have cooking oil spray and I could have just used that, but no, I had to use the lid of the big cooking oil bottle. Like why? I don't get it. Why would I do that? Setting all my dumb ideas aside, you should probably use cooking oil spray or something, like butter maybe, to, you know, butter the top of the bread, and yeah, get ready to eat it. Honestly, cut it however you want, it doesn't concern me, but this is the way I cut it. And for vegan bread, this was actually pretty good, not to mention my yeast was dead, so it was so pretty good, like it tasted pretty good, and I like to eat it with cream cheese. So yeah, I hope you guys like this recipe. It was for sure not my best, but I guess we learn from our mistakes, huh? Okay, thank you for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, blah blah, and make sure to comment because we all know that I love reading them. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video next Friday. Stay safe, wash your hands, bye!